20 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't really? Huh. They say clothes make the man, but a more appropriate saying might be clothes make the movie.
Yes, indeed. And a new exhibit at SCAD Fash Museum of Fashion and Film showcases some of the most iconic costumes in film history. Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken is live there this morning. And Paul, we are talking about some really classic costumes.
It's a great getup he's got on right there. I love that costume, Paul. That looks nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, right. This is a classic right here. This one is so expensive, you can't even afford it, this costume right here. Hey, I got to tell our audio guy, Mark, please stop playing that song, because when we first walked in here, our photographer, Tim, was so moved by remembering Titanic, he burst into tears and has been inconsolable ever since.
He's
so
an
please,
emotional type.
wait, cut the music. He is. He's just crying like a baby. He really is back there. Yeah, it is actually. I got to tell you, you do kind of fan out a little bit when you see the costumes, because these are the original costumes. So the dress right there, that was worn by Madonna in the movie Evita. I know you probably remember that. This one right here was worn by Meryl Streep. It was from the movie Out of Africa, Oscar-winning classic. This one over here, one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Victor Victoria. If you've never seen it, you got to rent it. That was worn by the great Julie Andrews. And these two over here were worn by Nicole Kidman, including her dress from The Hours, and she won the Academy Award for that performance, and that's a really iconic dress there. So these are the originals, direct from London here in Atlanta, for a really rare opportunity for all of us to get to see them up close. And to thank for that opportunity, we've got a few of our friends over here, Alex and Raphael. Great to see you both. How are you?
Great. Thanks for coming this morning.
It is my pleasure, and I wasn't kidding when I said you almost get a little starstruck, right, when you walk up and see these costumes and you're like, I remember that one.
Absolutely. It's kind of like going back in time, because we have amazing costumes from the last 3 decades. Like you said, Meryl Streep, Elizabeth Taylor, we have Johnny Depp, Drew Barrymore, they're all here.
Okay, so let's talk about cinematic couture. Just in a nutshell, how would you describe what this exhibit shows and what it's bringing here to Atlanta?
Sure. So the title is really to speak to the art of costume design and what all goes into creating these amazing costumes, which also help to create character. So for the actor that embodies the character, the costume is going to help create character. And also so many details go into these costumes. So what you see just fleetingly on the screen, just for a second, here at SCAD Fash, you can kind of pour over all those details and really look at them up close.
It really is amazing to think all the work goes into these costumes that sometimes they're in one scene and then you don't even see them again, but they are so detailed. Speaking of, Raphael, tell me behind us, what are these from here? These are really stunning.
Yes, they are incredible. They are from Victoria, from the series. And this here, it's a coronation gown. We have here the Super Tunica and the Dalmatica that was all embroidered and created just for the movie. And we also have the Imperial State Crown that was created by one of our students that work here in the museum. She's a fashion student. She 3D printed this crown. It took 52 hours to print this crown. And after printing, she sprayed and embellished it with Swarovskis.
That's incredible.
And we have like a perfect replica of the Imperial State Crown.
So again, the costume is actually from Victoria, but the crown, a student here did that, and I think that speaks to something really important here, Alex, that, I mean, what an opportunity for the students at SCAD to get to see these costumes and really be part of them up close.
Absolutely. So, you know, because we teach costume design here at SCAD Fash, but also the exhibition is about fashion history. So it's also learning about the silhouettes, the techniques, the materials that would have been used at that time. So it encompasses so many things that our students can draw from. But we also have a dedicated group of students that assist us, our docents, and they do a variety of different things. And then we have some, like Tina, who have these incredible powers of creation. And so 3D printing and can do these things for us.
Yeah, really cool. Well, both of you, thank you so much. We've got more coming up in the next hour, but I do have to show you really quickly. Here's another fun little thing you can do when you visit this exhibit. Come with me, Tim. You see how tiny these actors really are. They look huge on the big screen. Okay, this was worn by Johnny Depp in the movie Sleepy Hollow. I could probably get my thigh like in there, and that's about it. He was a little bit taller than me apparently, but look at that. That's like a child. That's a child petite right there. How do you fit into that?
I don't know, Paul, but I need that Super Tunica in a size 14 with the crown, please.
There you go. Tomorrow morning, live on Good Day Atlanta, it's yours.
Just bring me back a burger. All right, Paul, thanks a lot. SCAD Fashion Museum of Fashion and Film is located at 1600 Peachtree Street Northwest on the Atlanta campus of SCAD. Admission to the museum is $10 for the general public and free to SCAD students, faculty, and staff.
Pretty cool stuff. And coming up tomorrow.